Good afternoon, my dear audience. My name is Rajanta Oteng. My student ID 81010426448. I'm from accounting class G. Sit, Sitting here, I'm invited by lecturer to answer his question given the question consists on three parts. Namely, question on part A deal with the daily activity in the classroom. Question on part B, the accounting theory. Part C, deal with accounting article and accounting video. Please watch my video and listen to my answer, and please subscribe and like my video. Well, my dear audience, let me begin now. I start to answer the question on part A. Well, my audience, my answer to the question or number is 1. Do you always attend the lecture of English for accounting? If yes, how often do you attend the lecture of English for accounting? And why must you attend the lecture? And what benefit have you got from attending the lecture of English for accounting? Not always. Something we also find it difficult to learn English accounting because there are some material that we don't understand. Because we want to miss material and loss if we don't take the course because we already fight. The benefit of being able to understand in English learning accounting and what we don't know we can know, and we are also more diligent in doing assignment because in this course we are taught to learn in good English even though something we are a little step delivery. Well, that or my answer the question number 2. And then I posted to the question number 2. Do you do your structure assignment given? If yes, how many voice record have you done? Mention the title and explain them in short. Yes, 17 voice record. 1. What is accounting? Accounting is a system for management business activity. 2. Explain the accounting cycle. The accounting cycle is a collective process of identifying, analyzing, and recording the accounting event of a company. 3. What is accounting so important? Because accounting can be used to facilitate us in calculating and comparing transactions. 4. Introduction to accounting basis. This explanation of accounting basis accounting will introduce you to some basis. 5. Explain the following in terms: asset, liability, owner, equity. Asset is any resources owned by the business. Liability indefinite as the future characteristics of economy. Owner equity is viewed as a residual claim on the business asset. 6. Why do you take accounting at UPB? Because the course is what I want to take and learn. 7. What is balance sheet? A balance sheet is a financial statement, the report of company asset, liability, and shareholder equity at a specific point in time. 8. Read the article. 9. Development of accounting discipline. The history of accounting can be traced back to ancient time. 10. Going concurrent concept. Accounting assumes that the business entity will continue to operate for a long time in the future unless there is good evidence to the contrary. 11. Accounting period concept. The concept requires that they live on the business soul. 12. Cost concept. The term asset denotes the resources, land, building, machinery, etc. owned by a business. 13. The matching concept. This concept is based on the accounting period concept. 14. Realization concept. Realization is technically understood as the process of converting non-cash resources and right into money. 15. Convention of materiality. Materiality concept states that item of small significance need not be given. 16. Convention of conservation. The convention of consistency requires that one see a frame dispute on contain accounting. 17. Real account. Real account are the account related to asset or property. Well, that or my answer the question number 2. And then I proceed to the question number 3. You have been asked to sing two songs in group and video record your song. Mention the title of your song and explain what the song tells you. I wake up. This is the activity that we do after waking up in the morning. Beautiful in white. Tell of a love story that ends happily to the level of marriage. A love affair between the two of the walking with a romantic impression to succeed in raising the level of marriage. Well, that or my answer the question number 3. And then I proceed to the question number 4. Do you do video recording in English for accounting? If yes, mention the title of the article and the video you have video recorded and explain in short a very article or video you have video recorded. How many video recording have you done? Why? Yes, 35. 1. Midterm. 2. What is accounting? Accounting is a system meant for measuring business activity. 3. Why do you take accounting at WB? Because the course it was I want to take and run. 4. Introduction to accounting and business part 2. 5. Introduction to accounting 1. 6. What is accounting so important? Because accounting can be used to facilitate us and calculating and comparing transactions. 7. Explain the accounting cycle. The accounting cycle is a collective process of identifying, analyzing, and recording the accounting event of a company. 8. What is balance sheet? A balance sheet is a financial statement there for company, asset, liability, and shareholder equity at a specific point in time. 9. What is a general ledger account? A permanent record organized by account number. 10. Financial accounting. Financial accounting is charged with the primary responsibility of external reporting. 11. What is the difference between depreciation expense and accumulated depreciation? 12. I wake up. That is the activity that we do after waking up in the morning. 13. Beautiful in White. Tell of a love story that ends happy to the level of marriage. 14. Management accounting. Management accounting is tailor-made accounting. 15. Introduction to accounting basis. The explanation of accounting basis accounting will introduce you to some basis. 16. Chapter 3. Describe the relationship between property and financial claim. Explain the meaning on the term equity as it used in accounting. 17. Chapter 7. Explain the purpose of the general ledger. Describe the step in the posting process. Post general ledger entity. 18. Information system. In academic study of system with a specific reference to information. 19. Utility accounting. The presenting section has just brought on the importance of information. 20. Cost accounting. One important variant of management accounting in the cost analysis. 21. Summary. Accounting can be understood as the language of financial decision. 22. Keyword. Accurate recognition of revenue and cost as they are earned or incurred. 23. Kind of accounting principle in dealing with the framework of accounting theory. 24. Money management concept. In accounting, only those business transactions are recorded which can be expressed in terms of money. 25. Balancing of an account. In business, there might be several transactions relating to one particular account. 26. Identification of transactions. In accounting, only business transactions are recorded. 27. Journal. Journal is a historical record of business transactions or events. 28. Accrual concept. It is generally accepted in accounting that the basis of reporting income is accrual. 29. Trial balance. In cash, the various debit balance and the credit balance on the different accounts are taken down in a statement. 30. Type of accounting. The financial literature classifies accounting into two broad categories: financial accounting and management accounting. 31. Cash book. A cash book is a special journal which is used for recording all cash receipts and cash payment. 32. Posting. The posting means transferring the debit and credit item from the journal to their respective account in the ledger. 33. Purchase book. Purchase book is used for recording only the credit purchase of goods and merchandise which the business is dealing in. 34. Separate business entity concept. In accounting, we make a distinction between business and the owner. 35. Dual aspect concept. Financial accounting records all their transactions and events involving financial element. Well, that all my answer the question number 4. And then I proceed to the question number 5. Mention and explain the material you have studied from your lecture and what benefit have you go from the material you have studied. Chapter 3 Business Transaction and the Accounting Equation. Chapter 7 Posting Journal Entries to General Tirakun. Introduction to Accounting. The benefit we can feel of the introduction of time of the account constant in accounting. Well, that all my answer the question number 5. Well, now I answer the question on part B. Number 1. Open this link and you must give in direction when you answer the question you meet in this link. 1. The basis accounting equation is asset equal liability plus owner equity. 2. The owner invests personal cash in the business. Asset decrease, liability no effect, owner equity increase. 3. The owner withdraw cash from the business for personal use. Asset decrease, liability no effect, owner equity decrease. 4. The company received cash from a bank loan. Asset increase, liability increase, owner equity increase. 5. The company repay the bank that had lent money to the company. Asset decrease, liability decrease, owner equity decrease. 6. The company purchase equipment with cash. Asset increase, liability no effect, owner equity decrease. 7. The owner contributes his personal to the business. Asset increase, liability no effect, owner equity decrease. 8. The company purchased a significant amount of supply on credit. Asset increase, liability increase, owner equity decrease. 9. The company purchased land by paying all in cash and signing a note payable for the other half. Asset increase, liability increase, owner equity decrease. 10. In my company act record the transaction by a debit account receivable and credit to service revenue. What is the effect of this entry from the accounting equation for company act? Asset increase, liability no effect, owner equity increase. 11. In June, company act received what is the effect on the accounting equation and which account are effect at company act? Asset increase, liability no effect, owner equity increase. 12. What is the effect on client key? Accounting equation in my when client key record the transaction as a debit, consultant expense, and credit account payable for. Asset decrease, liability increase, owner equity decrease. 13. What is the effect on client key accounting equation in June when client key remit the also which account will be involved? Asset decrease, liability no effect, owner equity decrease. 14. Which of the following will cause owner equity to increase? Revenue. 15. Which of the following will cause owner equity to decrease? Net loss. The accounting equation shall remain imbalanced. Every transaction affect how many account, two or more. 17. Corporation net income is eventually recorded in the following stockholder equity account. Income statement. 18. A corporation quarterly prepay will cause a reduction in the corporation retained earning, which in turn reduce the corporation stockholder equity. However, this will not reduce the corporation net income. 19. That financial statement with a structure that is similar to the accounting equation is the balance sheet. 20. The financial statement that report the portion of change in owner equity resulting from revenue and expenses during a specific time interval is the statement of owner equity. Well, that all my answer the question number 1. And then is proceed to the question number 2. Business transaction following is a list of common transactions. A received cash for common stock, an increase in an asset, an increase in owner equity. Because we receive money, the asset and our equity increase. B. Purchase supply forecast, an increase in an asset and decrease in owner equity. Because buying equipment, the asset increase and owner equity decrease. C. Purchase equipment on account, an increase in asset and decrease in owner equity. Because the purchase of equipment can cause the asset to increase and the capital decrease. D. Bill customer for service on account, a decrease in an asset and a decrease in a liability. Reduce due spending money on account customer. E. Fight creditor and account, and decrease in an asset and decrease in a liability because it is a payment transaction. F. Received cash from customer billed on account, an increase in a asset, an increase in owner equity. Because he received money from customer, his asset and owner equity. G. Fight rent per month, a decrease in an asset and decrease in owner equity. Because owner equity and asset are reduced on by rent. A. Received payment to service from cash customer, an increase in an asset, an increase in owner equity because it is income. I. Fight cash dividend, a dividend in asset and a decrease in owner equity reduced because it has been shared. Well, that all my answer the question number 2. And then I proceed to the question number 3. Debit and credit following is a least common accounting transaction. A. Insurance of common stock to a shareholder purchase. Debit common stock, credit cash in bank. B. Payment of rent for the current month. Debit rent expense, credit cash in bank. C. Purchase of supplier on account. Debit merchandise inventory, credit account payable. D. Payment to a creditor on account. Debit account payable, credit cash in bank. E. Is earned and billing to customer. Debit cash in bank, credit revenue. F. Receipt of cash from customer regularly billed on a account. Debit cash in bank, credit account receivable. G. Payment of cash dividend to stockholder. Debit dividend payable, credit cash in bank. H. Payment for a 3-year insurance policy. Debit insurance expense, credit cash in bank. I. Included utility expense, debit utility expense, credit cash in bank. G. Receipt of cash for service to be profit individual. Debit cash in bank, credit revenue. Well, that's all my answer to question number 5. That's all my answer to the question on part B. And I proceed to the question on part G. Number 1. This book has 29 facts. The General Journal is a permanent record organized by account number. Posting is the process of transferring information from the journal to individual account in the ledger. The trial balance is a proof that total debit equal total credit in the ledger. Account used by a business are kept on paper or card in a book or file called a ledger. It is important for a number of reasons. They create a record of the impact of business transaction on each account used by a business. Well, that's all my answer to question number 1. And then I proceed to the question number 2. Plant, individual, creature, and nature are association. Plant require decision. Demand for developing. Create need plan to act and need everything to survive. Everything when as regular until the human who devastating it. Nobody of living this on the earth. Why can counting it with the exception of the human? Well, that all my answer the question number 2. And then I proceeded to the question number 3. Open this link and what does the video tell you? Link phrase, accounting basis. Let's do accountancy. The video is tell about business between John and Peter. John began the business with broadcast book, 5 suppliers, the first customer, broadcast book, and fight in cash. Someday supplier come in and about the money, but John forgotten about it. He not record any transaction. Link number 2. Real personal nominal account and golden rules of accounting. The speaker is Nehas Espirani. She is talking about the business transaction unit, how to understand with classification of account. So account can be classified in personal account and impersonal. In impersonal account, we can classify in real account and nominal account. Personal account that are the account which are related to person, institution, and company rule. Personal account, it is the revenue and they given the receipt in debit and they give in credit. Real account is deal with all tangible and intangible asset of a from nominal account selection to expand loss, income, or gain are called nominal account rule for nominal account. Debit in all expense and loss, credit all income and gain. That all my answer to the question on Prachi.